Anyway, we got a pretty incredible guest today. I don't think anyone's here to actually see you or me or Andrew. They're all here to see Ice Poseidon. So
No,
let's probably bring him
sure.
down. Hello?
Hey, hey, what's up, guys?
This guy's attic is incredibly clean right now. It's amazing.
Wow, it's been a long time. How you doing?
It's all. I mean, I only. It's good. I'm good. I'm good. I mean, I just woke up, so I don't know. You guys you do this at 9 o'clock in the morning, so it's very early.
And you're just on the wrong side of the world. It's like 2 a.m. here in Australia, so slightly different scene right now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess technically it's early for you as well.
Yeah, fuck. Actually, you're right. Hey, Ice, where you been? It's been like how many months? You haven't been live. What's going on?
So, I mean, I've just been taking some time to focus on my real life. It's you gotta take some time off sometimes so you can stay sane. If you stream all the time, you start going crazy, and you gotta focus on yourself sometimes.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, but it's been how long has it been? 4 months. 4 months.
No, not 4 months. It's been 2 months.
No. Was that 5? 5 months? I heard.
Dude, what are you talking about? You've lost all concept of time. It's like 4 months, man. Easy.
No, well, okay. End of August until now, it's like 2 months, maybe 2.5 months, something like that. I mean, not any different than some of the times Aiden Ross takes off, right?
Yeah, fair enough. What are you coming back for? Is it like something planned yet, or?
Oh yeah. Well, tomorrow I'm gonna be streaming. So
wait. Oh, you're back tomorrow?
Yeah. Coincidentally, tomorrow we have a cruise lined up. So me and a few other streamers gonna go. We're gonna stream on the cruise and go from there.
Oh shit! I didn't even know. That's
an
awesome.
Ice Poseidon cruise. What is that? What is an ice? Did you like book a Carnival traditional cruise, or did you book your own private cruise and you're gonna do shit, or what is an Ice Poseidon cruise?
I mean, not a private cruise. God, I wish. No, it's gonna be like a normal Royal Caribbean cruise. Couple streamers. We're gonna go hang out with people and talk with the random people on there. Usually, it's a bunch of weirdos that go on cruises, so it should be funny to.
What's great is there's no way to kick you off the boat.
Well, yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised. They do have they have a jail in boats, and they can just leave you at the next place that they dock, and then you're stuck in Mexico or whatever.
Didn't you get kicked off one of these before? Am I thinking of somebody else?
Yeah, I mean, in Japan, we got kicked off a boat, but that wasn't because of anything we did, but, they were just getting calls, and the calls, were saying that we're going to be annoying, so they kicked us off the boat. The typical, usual.
You don't think that's going to happen again when you head onto this cruise?
I mean, I hope not. I don't think it would. They're more anal in Japan, okay? They're a lot, they don't like streamers there.
Yeah, no, I think Japan is.
But I mean,
Japan.
We'll see. I mean,
good times.
There's gonna be like 5 or 6 different streamers on this boat. So I mean, we'll see. I don't know. They might find it fucking obnoxious.
Wait, who's with you, Ice?
It's gonna be me, your favorite Nick White, Hondro, Taman, Black Dave, and I think maybe Tazo. I don't know.
Gee, Tazo's just been in Australia for ages. He must have left.
Yeah, I think he's. I think he's flying. I don't know. Maybe he's not. I don't know. He said he wanted to go. It's like 12-hour flight to come for a 7-day cruise. So I don't know. Either way, I didn't invite any of these people. They just decided to buy.
Right now, he looks like he's coming. I don't know. It seems like chat's pretty much in agreement that it's going to be non-tent, but I assume you're going to prove them wrong as always.
Here's the thing. I didn't invite any of these people. They just decided to buy tickets and come because they know what boat I'm going on. Oh, and the Cobb Bros as well. They're going to come as well. But originally it's supposed to. The Cobb Bros, Action Man's two friends.
Oh, gotcha. Action Man's two friends.
Action Man has more than two friends.
Well, the two, main friends that he has, but yeah, so it's kind of crazy. Originally, it was just supposed to be me, Nick, and Hondro, but then a bunch of people bought tickets, and it's like, all right, yeah, whatever. I don't care. Fuck it. Come along.
Fair enough. Well, that sounds. It should be awesome, though. I reckon. What? I guess as long as you don't kind of like get into a whole bunch of trouble and kicked off and left at like some random port in the middle of the ocean, then it should be pretty good, no?
Yeah, I mean, that's not going to happen with me. I mean, it might happen to some other people, but not me. I'm pretty well behaved. I would think, hopefully.
So last time we had Kick Talk, it was actually it was like a year ago. I think it was a little bit more than a year ago. It was actually really good. It was really, really, really good Kick Talk. Yeah, it's episode 9, so I think like over a year ago. I think, yeah, well, at that point in time, we're talking a bit about like moderation. I think we're talking about like all these events you're going to do, of which you did like one of them, which was good, or 2 of them, I think. There's a few ideas that didn't come to life, but a bunch of events. But just on the moderation side, what's your thoughts on moderation and where it's come in the last year and where it's at?
I mean, I think the moderation's good for the most part. I haven't really seen too many concerns or issues. You really have to do some pretty extreme things to get banned. So I think the moderation's pretty good. I mean, I think Shoovy got banned a few days ago for no reason at all, which I was a part of his stream. So I thought that was stupid. But besides that, I don't think there's been any issues with moderation. I think it's pretty good.
Wait, what did Shoovy get banned for?
Okay, so we were on Chat Roulette, the monkey app, and we were just talking to people, whatever. And then we came across this kid, and he was like, I don't know, he going into the wrong places in life, right? He was like committing crimes and on house arrest and saying he robs people and all this stuff. So we were trying to convince him that there's more to life than robbing people, and maybe you can stay in school and try to make something of your life instead of just end up in jail. And his channel got banned because the kid was under 18, which I guess, like, okay, I get it, that's the rule, but I think that's a pretty stupid rule given the context that we were talking to the kid about. Like, we were trying to help the kid.
Yeah, that's a tough one, eh? So what, the kid was like under 18 or maybe like...
Yeah, the kid, he was a young kid. So, I mean, yeah, I get it. It's like, don't talk to people who are under 18 on Monkey, but I thought it was a pretty beneficial conversation. So something that the viewers could maybe, relate to or something.
How long did he get banned for?
3 days.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think, yeah, that monkey stuff, like underage, like it's a tough one. The context there of like trying to make, the kid take a life of taking all your wisdom that you've accumulated over your life, Ice, and spreading that. It sounds like a very wholesome experience. But I think, yeah, when it comes to under 18 on Monkey, it gets a bit spicy. It gets a bit problematic.
Yeah, I know. I mean, there's just been too many people doing, too many weird things where it's like, okay, I guess let's just make it 100% like certain. Just don't do that. Like, don't do that. 18 plus.
I think where he got pinched is so when you ask how old are you, and if they say any number other than 18 or above, then our moderation team is kind of trained to be like, all right, this dude knows that this kid's 13 years old. He keeps talking to him. He's not skipping him. So I think that's why he might have gotten pinched. As soon as the kid said he was 13 and he moved on, then I think Shoovy would have been all right. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I personally thought that it would have been beneficial to tell the kid, some advice, because he clearly didn't have any support system in his life. So, but then again, I guess it's not our responsibility to do that. So whatever.
That's a tricky one, man. That's a tricky one. Talking about bans, the chat wants to know what your thoughts are on Sam Pepper's ban. Do you think that was a fair ban or an unfair ban?
Well, so how long is he banned for?
I actually don't know. He's still banned.
He's looking for permaban. He's looking for permaban. He wants to hear permaban.
So, I mean, I think his ban is fair because, you know, shooting fireworks, you know, Roman candles at people it is dangerous. You know, like I've had Roman candles on my stream and I tell people not to shoot each other with Roman candles because, yeah, people do it and most of the time it's fine, but it is, you know, still dangerous. Like you could burn, like it could hit your eye or whatever. So, personally, yeah, I think his ban was fine, was just. Now, if it's a perm ban, I don't know if that would be just. I guess it depends on the damage that was caused to the other person. If you know, if they're like super fucked up, then yeah, I guess that could make sense.
Yeah. So you reckon permaban is a good idea?
If the other person is like fucked up, then I would say that's probably fine. But if it was just like minor injuries, then I'd say, you know, hey, just, you know, here's a 1 month ban, don't do it again type of thing.
And it happened to a kid, right? I think since it happened to a kid, it's kind of like, ah, man.
Yeah, so that's another thing. It's like Sam, it was just a very stupid thing on his behalf. He shouldn't have done that. Shooting Roman candles, for one, is already dumb. Then doing it, you know, to a kid is like, you know, I mean, you're the adult here. You should know that that's dangerous.
But Ice, isn't that crazy? Think about that. Like, I understand that people start streaming. Like Sam Pepper's an OG in the space. He was very, very young when he started streaming, but like now you're pushing like 35, 38. You know, you're nearly a 40-year-old dude shooting a Roman candle at a kid, popping the kid's eye. At some point, like where do you just evaluate things and just say, where the have I taken my content? Like what the has just happened?
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, yeah, he is a nearly 40-year-old man. So but yeah. No, I mean, I think the ban is just. I mean, yeah, you can't be shooting fireworks at kids. Like that's just at the end of the day. Whatever your intention was, it doesn't matter. It is still a very stupid thing to do. He should be starting a family instead.
I think in chat, is there any other bands we need to get Ice's take on? I tell you what, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Out of like everyone in the streaming world, I know a lot of people get asked for commentary on bands, and I mean this wholeheartedly. I genuinely think Ice is probably one of the most logical, well thought out people when it comes to, you know, looking at the context, the full picture. Like, honestly, Ice, if you ever need a job, like, you could just come and be like the head. No, we can't get rid of our current head of moderation because we love him too much. But you could become like a full-time advisor for like moderation. I reckon it would be like a perfect match. Actually, maybe I'm going to be careful saying that because that could get taken out of context and people take it the wrong way. But I'm genuinely serious when I say, like, you know, your logical way of looking at content creation and moderation, after being on like the receiving end of like, you know, lots of tricky situations, I think is very mature. I genuinely trust it. What was your ban for again, Ice? You've been banned once. I remember you got banned for something and everyone was joking about it for a while.
I threw an egg out the window when I was driving.
Right. Yeah. Do you think that was deserved? Yeah. Like, what's your like unbiased take on that ban?
I mean, yeah, it was deserved. Like, I shouldn't be throwing eggs out of the car while I'm driving. You know, it's distracting, and I could crash the car. So, sure, like, yeah, that was a fine ban.
It wasn't hard boiled, was it? It was
just a raw
hard boiled. Yeah, raw egg like 3 day, hard boiled probably a month.
Wait, what? Fair enough. Yeah, we're getting into the situation of the egg on ban lengths. But that's your only ban you've had on Kick, right?
Yeah, that is the only ban. I mean, I'm pretty good at following the rules. I think a lot while I'm live, and I do my best to think in my head, okay, how is this gonna look to everybody else? while like I'm still trying to do the content and I'm still trying to be, you know, entertaining, but how's it going to look, you know, optics wise? That's what I try to think. And sometimes I mess up and sometimes my optics look really bad, but I do my best. You know, it's hard, especially when I do those 24/7 streams, you know, 24 hours a day. You're trying to, you know, be careful on stuff. It's not easy.
Dude, I was gonna say, yeah, like when you're doing IRL streaming and you're doing it for, say, I don't know, 30 days straight, you've got people like stream sniping you, you got crazy shit going on, you're like sleep deprived, you're like tired, like, and then at the same time, you're kind of like looking at every single thing out there in the world and like thinking, hold on, how could this go wrong? How do I avoid that? I take it as quite mentally draining, like, you know, essentially trying to remain on the right side of not just viewer, but public perception whilst doing like these, you know, pretty intense IRL streams where you know, you're subject to kind of like a ton of scrutiny.
Yeah, I think during my scavenger hunt, there was, you know, there was a few situations that, you know, that went viral that weren't like too good with contestants, but you know, it's a fine balance of, okay, I want to promote contestants to do content, but I also need them to not go viral for all the wrong reasons. So it's a hard balance sometimes.
The chat wants to know about Xena the Witch. What's your thoughts on that band?
Okay, so you know, when that event started, I told people off the rip, I'm like, okay, listen, if you're gonna use paintball guns, you do not do it in public. I don't even think you should use paintball guns for this because everything's in public. You cannot shoot people with a paintball gun in a public setting because of collateral damage to, you know, what if a paintball hits a random person that's not involved with the stream, right? That's a huge liability. So I said, don't even use paintball guns. She particularly didn't listen to that. And she's like, I got it, don't worry. And then she ended up shooting a random person with a paintball gun. So that's like, I mean, that was just completely, that was so stupid on her behalf.
I got a quick question for you. All right, so as you may or may not know, we did a deal with OTK, and it was for a series of episodes, and you know they've been killing it. They had like this old school RuneScape thing that they did, and did very well for us. Yada yada yada. They've been hit with a lot of stuff lately, a lot of turmoil, a lot of back and forth. I think you had a couple comments on it. Like we have a good relationship with those guys, right? And it's just kind of starting off, but like where do you kind of like sometimes I look at them and I'm just like, guys, just like kick us the spot, right? Kick us the spot where you can like reinvent yourself and keep things moving, or do you think that this is something just to let cool, or is this something that you just are like, hey man, like here are my thoughts on it. Like, what are your thoughts on what's going on with OTK and then what our relationship is with them, you know?
I mean, that's quite a loaded question. You're talking about the Mizkif drama.
Yeah, it's all of it, right? It's all of it because I think it's all retrospective, right? Like they like.
I mean, okay.
Saying,
I have no problem with OTK. I like a lot of those guys. You know, I've met Asmongold in person. He's a cool guy. You know, he lives like 10 minutes from my house. You know, NMP, you know, he's a cool guy. I knew him years ago. I have no issues with those guys. Personally, I don't like Mizkif because he kind of was an asshole to me for many years. And, you know, I kind of helped him get started with streaming. And then he blew up on Twitch. And then he was like, oh, Ice Poseidon, who's that? Yeah, I don't know who that guy is. So, yeah, and that was when I was at my lowest. So it's like, okay, so seeing him go through this drama now, very satisfying for me.
So what I'm hearing is you're just kind of picking it apart. You're like parsing it all out. You're saying like, hey, just because this one dude's a raging whatever, like leave the other guys out of it. The whole other lot is intact. Let them keep going because they're all individually powerhouses, right? Like Extra Emily's a powerhouse, Osmond Gold's a powerhouse, Emery's a powerhouse. All these guys are powerhouses. It just seems that they hit just one just bad egg in the bunch, right? And then And then lastly, you're telling me that Mizkif comes off the CX tree? Like, could he be off the CX tree? Would he be considered a CX streamer if you go back into the family tree of ice?
You have no idea. I mean, Mizkif used to be my cameraman for my streams. And then he would, then he started streaming on Twitch, and then I told my viewers, hey, go check out this guy, and he got a boost in viewership from that. And then he met E-Rob from my streams, which helped him get viewers as well. No, I literally made him. Yeah, no, it's true. Like, he comes from
Wait,
my
so you
atmosphere.
Mizkif was your cameraman and E-Rob was like a viewer?
I had no idea.
E-Rob was he was on my streams as like a content person, and
so
then
they're part of CX.
I mean, they used to be. But yeah, so the other OTK guys, they're great. I like them, no issues. I think they're great for Kick. Mizkif, I don't care what happens to him. I only wish the worst for him.
Hey, yeah. Talking about the CX origins and whatnot, Ice. Like, who do you genuinely think is the best streamer / creator to come out of like your world of CX, like, or whatever it is, like basically a derivative of the numerous streams you've done over the last 11 years? Who is the best?
You can't say Mizkif.
I mean, that's hard. Who is the best? I mean, I think the best person would probably be Joel.
Yeah.
I think he puts in tons of work, and he gets a good amount of viewership, tons of work, good content, constantly puts in tons of effort. So I think he probably is the best in my opinion, but statistically, with not talking about Mizkif, then it would have to be this guy called Asian Andy, because he got 1 million subscribers on YouTube from all of this.
Asian Andy is number one.
Statistically, he would be number one, but in my opinion, content-wise, I think Joel is the hardest working, and best one.
Joel's awesome. Joel is amazing. Yeah, he's still crushing it, doing the most unique streams in the most unique places. Where does Deepak rank?
Deepak's pretty good. I mean, I like Deepak as a person. I don't know if he's like the best content. He is content, but you have to put him in certain situations to bring the best out of him. When he's on his stream solo, it's not my favorite, but I like him as a person, so I'll still watch.
I remember that when you found Deepak and he became a very important character. It's funny. I tell you what I must say. Like, I kind of loosely knew the history of Mizkif. I didn't actually realize he was your cameraman though. That's crazy. But like, regardless of all that stuff going down, where I guess you helped create these huge streamers, and then they kind of like didn't really look after you when things weren't going your way or whatever, right? You're still out there like creating characters, giving people a platform, like wanting to see people succeed, right? Like, I think that's the one trait that like is so amazing, is you just want to see people succeed. You want to see people platformed. You want to give people a chance. Like, whether it's the Hunger Games, the scavenger hunts, the like, just walking around India and finding Deepak and giving him an iPhone and like getting him to set up a stream. Like, you want to share your audience. You want to, grow the live streaming world. You want to grow like more celebrities, right? A lot of people are quite the opposite, right? It's almost this thing in live stream where people are like really scared. They're like, no, hold on. I don't want to do too many collabs, because they want to hold on their audience. I don't know where that comes from exactly, but you've kind of had some rough situations, but like, you're out there kind of still doing it more than ever. Whether it's even like 6-7 people go on the cruise with you, just be like, sure, of course you can come, kind of thing, I guess. Good for the whole live streaming world, I reckon. And that leads me to my next question, is just quickly, like, what's your thoughts of the current state of like live streaming, like in general? Like, where are we right now? Like, are we in like a peak? Are we at like where are we in like, where is live streaming? What's your honest opinion?
Well, without Kick, I think live streaming would be very dead. Okay, like Twitch, in my opinion, has the worst atmosphere for a streamer. Right? It's all very political, and it's biased and toxic. Everybody there is, like in a clique or something. Like there's no community. It's all very cliquey, right? Kick is more of a community and more tight knit. So I think streaming on the Kick side is fantastic, and I think Kick will overtake Twitch one day because Twitch is going to self-implode, right? It's like Twitch reminds me of Soviet Russia, like the Soviet Union. They're going to implode. They're going to run out of food, and there's going to be a famine, and they're going to implode. That's just what happens. They are following the very same kind of. I just don't know how to explain it. I can just sense it, I can just feel it. It's not very inviting there, but Kick is inviting. So I think the Kick side, super great, will continue to grow. People will respect Kick. Twitch, they're going to be like, yeah, okay, I don't want to stream there because everybody's so judgmental. Yeah, well, I've heard a lot of people talk about the reduced KPP rates. My viewers wanted me to talk about it, which I don't know what there is to talk about. I mean, based on what I saw, the people that had reduced rates were people that didn't have the engagement on their streams. And I think that makes sense. Why would people get paid if they don't have the engagement or their views are inflated? Like that doesn't make, like, why would they want to pay for that? Like, why would you want to pay for that?
Yeah, we haven't actually really discussed this one much.
And also, people that are complaining about it are completely entitled because Kick's the only platform that will pay you hourly no matter what, even if it's, lowered to $5 an hour, $10 an hour. That's still more than any other platform will pay you. So the entitlement is insane. Clarify,
we actually haven't lowered KPP. We have not lowered KPP. We have, however, gotten a lot better at detecting bots and especially inactive viewers. I think the one thing that really got us, and we kind of learned very quickly, is we're quite good at detecting like a bot in the sense of like, okay, this is like a, very obvious, not a real person, but people got quite clever. They created these like big tabbing communities and follow for follow and all that kind of stuff. And they're like real humans, right? And KPP kind of paid you to like basically have like 100 of your friends, like everyone was kind of tabbing each other, right? And there was a lot of viewers. And to be fair, there's also some really clever bots as well. Like you could buy some really clever bots. And KPP basically, again, like to your point, we've become a little bit more driven on dialing in on what we define as like an active, real, contributing viewer, not like some in between, one of 700 tabs open or like some sort of matter. So yeah, we've just become a little bit more advanced in the way that we're able to detect this. Like, to be fair, the majority of people haven't seen a drop. If someone has been complaining about their KPP, I don't want to be unfair when I say this, but yeah, kind of just check out their stream, look at their view count, look at their chat, and go, okay, that makes sense. Like, 99 times out of 100, pull up their stream, take a look at their average viewers, just look at their chat replay. And you go, okay, that makes sense.
And you know it's working. You know it's working when you see, and there's a couple people in here right now. When you see them take the social, right, and they're like, "What the hell's going on?" They're just just immediately take the social and start bitching and complaining. And I think another funny thing is just like the known botters that have alt handles, like they're melting down too, because their services aren't working. Right, or they're having to switch up their content. So that's when it's working also. So we can't be like too crazy vocal about it because we don't want to tell people how we're doing things because like people adapt and things like that. But just know a telltale sign is like all of a sudden when you see someone who's like all their content is about bot behavior and now they're just absolutely freaking out. You know it's working.
Yeah, and I think that's totally fine. You shouldn't pay for people who have botted or inflated views. Like anybody who's complaining, entitled, disingenuous. I mean, it's like what are you doing? Kick is so generous, and people want to take advantage of that system, and that is, I mean, it's disgusting. I've been doing this for 10 years. These people would never survive streaming 5 years ago. Like, they have no idea how good they have it.
But yeah, it's
follow for follow. That doesn't work. That never works.
It's a fucking scam. Anyone getting involved, if you join those follow for follow communities, please don't do it. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I don't know. It's just not the way to make it. Don't put your time and effort into those. Just don't do it.
Here's the blueprint for all small streamers on how to grow. Find a niche community that doesn't have a lot of competition, grow in that niche community, and then when you take that over, then start to expand into a more broader community, like IRL or just chatting. That is how you grow. If you try to start from 0 viewers and just chatting, you'll never grow. Start in a niche community. I started with RuneScape. It was niche, it was small. I took it over, and then I started to expand.
Do you reckon if you started streaming for the first time, like now, you'd be able to make it in today's day and age, or you reckon it's too complicated, too hard?
Well, I think it's the same. I mean, I think you start in a niche community and expand from there. I think it's still just as viable as the way I did it. Nowadays, people think TikTok and Instagram will be the growth or the success thing. Which, okay, TikTok, Instagram, it does help you grow, but it's not going to help you grow a community. It's going to give you viewers, but that's not a community. There's a difference, you know what I mean? Because maybe your stream will do well for a month and then you'll fall off because those people are just watching temporarily from a viral clip or whatever. Yeah, you need to know how to convert them.
I guess, that's the thing with TikTok and Instagram and stuff. Like, definitely really great for building out your personal brand. And to be fair, maybe does drive a few viewers, but it won't kind of get you that initial 10, 20, 50, 100 viewer community, right? That's I guess the hardest point to break is getting that initial foundation, that initial community. That's like the real bit. And to your point, it's about finding that niche community that has like a loyal following that you can break into, in your case, RuneScape, right? Which was obviously, then the springboard to kind of doing a bit of everything, eh?
Yeah, dude, RuneScape was so much better than just helping me become a streamer. I met so many super smart people from RuneScape. It's crazy. Like, oh man, so like I had moderators on my Twitch channel that were like, they were playing RuneScape with me. They were like, yo, buy Bitcoin and all this stuff. And fucking back in 2017, like they were just super smart, and like they're all loaded now.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you what, RuneScape, like, I kind of joke about it, but like, there's the University of RuneScape. Everyone that attended that from like the class of like 2013, class of 2012, class of 2011, 14, 15. There's some good outcomes from RuneScape. It taught people a lot.
Also, how not to get scammed in economics.
I honestly like. I don't know, man. I got into like business or whatever. Made this website called Prime Dice in 2013. I was 17 years old. I knew fuck all about anything. All I knew was like not how to get scammed on RuneScape, like how to basically like trade and how the fucking economics work from RuneScape, and that was enough. That was all I needed. Everything else, like I tell you what, like just knowing that, like I was kind of in the Bitcoin world or whatever in 2013, right? And everyone was getting scammed by like the stuff that you saw in RuneScape like 10 years prior. So it was like the biggest head start. Like all you had to do is have that like little bit of knowledge, and it was game changer. But yeah, awesome game. Big shout out to RuneScape. Fucking RuneScape. It's good. Do you still play?
Sometimes I play. I have an Ultimate Iron Man.
Was one of those people, what was, because right now we're also seeing like all these like crypto coins pop up again. Like, I actually don't mean this in like a genuine way, but do you think CX coin could come back for real? Like, I'm not taking the piss either.
I mean, you're a crypto guy. What do you think?
Listen, I gotta be so careful saying anything here because I know there's some like bad connotations around the coin previously. It had a bit of a rough patch, all that kind of stuff. But like with the level of brand loyalty like CX has, like, Man, I like you see these things right now nowadays that are like getting like some kind of virality or whatever you call it and value. Man, I feel like it could make a comeback, you know, as long as it was like a very open and transparent thing, you know, you never know.
Well, with the nature of crypto, no, it's not. I mean, it's not going to come back. It can't come back. You know how, I mean, small coins, you know how it is. I mean, they go up, they go down, and then people, it's just everybody wants to make money, you know, and if something's down, they're out.
Did you make money off it though, CX Coin?
I mean, yeah.
I thought you were gonna say no, you like rode the ship up and down. No, you did well.
Yeah, I mean, I made like 300K or something.
Fair enough.
I mean, nowadays you got, I mean, Donald Trump doing fucking coins.
I'm gonna say, yeah, like you got everyone doing coins, right? Like, dude, you can get away with this now. This ain't like fringe no more.
I do have this idea that I'm currently trying to set up with my my producer. So this is for, you know, months in the future because it's going to take a bit to set up. But I want to do, you know, Kai Cenat's Streamer University.
Yeah.
So I was going to do something like that, but instead of at a school, it would be at a camp.
That'd be awesome. That'd be good. Yeah,
like a summer camp.
It'd be like a summer camp, and there'd be 4 teams of 10, and they have a point system like in Harry Potter, and then, you know, they have to do things to get the most points, you know, to win the competition.
That'd be epic. That'd be really good, I reckon. Yeah, and I assume you'd open it pretty wide in terms of who could join, who could come along. Same as always.
Yeah, just anybody on Kick, you know.
Well, man, you know, we're one message away when you want to do your next crazy idea. You've got like Kick's full support for anything that anything comes up. I think Streamer Summer Camp is what it's gonna be called?
I don't know what it's gonna be called, but it's yeah, like a intense summer camp, but I don't know.
Man, some of the fucking
man, your chat is
oh my
lethal,
God,
man. Your chat's they're coming up with names already, man.
Yeah, I mean, well, I went to autism camp when I was younger. That's why they say that. I spent 3 months in the woods when I was 15 years old.
Wait, what? You went to a thing like actual autism camp? Is that what it's called?
It was a youth learning facility, so I got kicked out of school for you know, being a misbehaved child, and there was nowhere for me to go. So my parents enrolled me into this camp for 3 months for misbehaved children, and yeah, so I lived in the woods for 3 months with a bunch of weirdo kids, and we had to chop firewood and like do labor. It would be more like Harry Potter mixed with, I don't know, Camp Lazlo, the cartoon.
I just watched this TV series on Netflix called Wayward. It kind of sounds like that almost. I don't know if you've seen that.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's kind of like the same thing. I don't know. Yeah, you should check it out.
You should invite some of those camp counselors you had to be on the show, or some of the people you're out there in the woods with. I don't know if you keep in contact with them, just to like.
I could probably find him. This one guy, his name was Herb, like herb, like, and we used to call him Mr. Herb, and he was just this like funny guy. I don't know. He was like a 50-year-old like strange man, but he was funny.
Well, this is from the camp.
Yeah. He'd be like kids would be fighting with each other, and he'd be like, just let them duke it out, you know. Then they'll be friends after.
He was like one of the teachers or the like supervisors, or
he was the counselor.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so Herb was a pretty chill guy.
Yeah, we loved him. He was funny. And then there was this other guy, this like bald dude. He was not funny. We hated him.
Well, looking forward to seeing this kind of be recreated with 40 of Kick's finest streamers out in the woods under your very, very, very reliable supervision. It's going to be, I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
Oh no, I mean, yeah, nothing ever goes wrong. Don't worry. But this one will be a lot safer than those other things that I did, because I mean, you know, It's
but just to understand, the goal though will be kind of teaching people a little bit around like your ideas, live streaming, how to like you're still like keeping that kind of like streaming university concept.
Yeah, the goal is they're going to become a better streamer from this, and they're going to earn points by doing content that I suggest to them.
Okay.
Oh, well. Okay. For example, on the camp, there's going to be 4 different headquarter bases where each team will sleep, and then there'll be a flag at every base. So if you go and steal the other person's flag and bring it back to your base, you'll get points. Things like that. Stuff that creates a little bit of conflict, but also creates an incentive to do content.
Yeah. That sounds good. Man, you've thought it all out. This is happening.
Kind of like Castle Wars with 4 teams.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but I was thinking like there's a component of Castle Wars going on here. Yeah, that sounds really good, man. I must say, the chat is great. Like I don't know where they get their ideas from, but just seeing them just slowly sort of pick apart the idea and leave their commentary. Yeah, your community is on another level.
Well, yeah, they're funny. I've the funniest community in all the streaming world because they're all 30 years old and without a job, so they have time to be funny, and they're mature enough to come up with good jokes.
Yeah, but there's some good ones. There's some good ones. There's some I'm gonna be really careful not to pay too much attention to or accidentally say anything about. But there's some really clever ones too, which is awesome. 30-year-old unemployed people make good jokes. Fair enough. I love it. Awesome. All right. Thanks, Ice Man. I know we'll be in touch and looking forward to seeing you live tomorrow. And I'll I don't talk in your chat anymore because last I got in trouble once, so I try to hide, but I'll be there.
I know. Don't worry about it. All right. Well, I'll see y'all later.
All right. Have a great day, man. Take care.
All right. Bye.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers like you.